Good morning again, YouTuber family. It's early in the morning. Well, not quite so early, just a little after 8 really. But today it's a really simple video. It's making Jamaican sorrel. And I've been to several different places around the country, and people don't call it sorrel, they call it hibiscus, which really it is from the hibiscus family, but I've seen it made and tasted it, and we Jamaicans, we're picky and we think nobody does it as well as us. But just so you know, there are many versions to doing sorrel, and today I'm just showing you one of the ways I do it. And I'm gonna start with good old dried sorrel. I know this time of year there are lots of people on the island who just go and get their fresh sorrel. So envying you right now, like I'm not even talking to you, like seriously, you guys, just living up the best life ever. But we make do with what we can, right? We get it dried, and I work with it dried because it's easy to travel with. It can be mailed this way, and this is exactly how I scored mine. I tell you all the time, where I live, there's nothing called a Jamaican store or anything like that. We Jamaicans are far and in between. But my mama sends me these packages from New York. So here, just preparing the sorrel, really easy. We're gonna wash it, and this says it's 4 ounces, so it's a quarter pound. It looks like, it comes out in this bag just like that. And simple, just make sure it's cold water. That's the only thing you have to make sure. No trace of warm water at all, because hot water is what draws your sorrel, really. So if we're gonna wash to get rid of any type of settlement, then you need to just, you see, and even with the cold water, you see it start changing color already. So basically we're just doing this to see if we can find any extra leaves or dust or anything. That's all we want to relieve from it, really. And this seems to be a good batch, so just go through, just give it a little stir, and let the small parts settle to the top. And you do that, strain it out, right? These little parts you probably can just get rid of, and it's not consequential. I mean, it doesn't make or break your sorrel if you do this or not, because at the end of the day, when you're straining the sorrel, when you're going to prepare the sorrel for bottling, you have to put it through really fine sieve, whether it's a cloth or a couple strainers or really fine strainers, so you will catch those things at that point. But a little rinse is good. Dust at least is taken off, right? Very cold water again. And that's that. We're going to get rid of that. And guys, what's the other ingredient? Ginger. Now, I really can't tell you how much ginger to use. This I'm going to make what is probably a 5-quart pot, right? And basically all I'm going to do is fill this up with water, wash and cut my ginger in small cubes, put them in there, and we're going to just make it boil. Set it to boil, and when it's boiling, we're just going to add our sorrel to it, turn the pot off, cover it up, leave it to cool, and that's going to take a few hours. So sometimes I do it at night and then just leave it overnight on the stove for it to cool down, and then next morning I can sweeten it. Or if you start early in the morning like now, maybe about in the afternoon, you'd be good. All right, guys. So the ginger, just chop your ginger, put it in. Okay, and that's that. So here we are, guys. Ginger, washed, chopped. I've sliced them up and washed them off, and we're just gonna put them in the pot of water. That's that. And the other ingredient is I'm going to use pimento seed because that's what I have. A lot of people do it with clove seeds, right? And or cloves, whole cloves. And if you can get the whole cloves, that's another flavor you can get. But cloves is very similar to pimento in flavoring, and so I use what I can get and what I have, and I use whole pimento. It doesn't make or break. It's just a different flavor. It doesn't even like stand out that much, and we're just gonna set that to boil. Okay, guys. Just put in the sorrel in the hot water. See all that steam? Okay, so the sorrel is all cooled, and look guys, that brilliant dark red color. And what we're going to do now, we're just going to strain it off into that container, and then we will just add sugar to taste. So get ready. You just need a strainer, right? A strainer to just heat the water over the juice over there, and then we'll be ready to sweeten. Okay, guys? All right, so go do your thing. It's cool. Let's do it. And I don't know if your state still gives plastic bags, but mine does. And this is one of the uses I use for it. I recycle them as garbage. So like this is a great time to use some of them. And then after you have it all strained out into your container, what's next? All you need, a big spoon and some dark brown sugar. Now, well, I use dark brown sugar. Like I always say, this is my way of doing it. There's so many different ways. You could use half brown sugar, half white sugar. You could, one year I was so health conscious, I decided I was gonna try honey. But let me tell you something, it gets expensive with the honey, and it doesn't taste that way, because you know honey comes with its own flavor depending on where the bees got the pollen. So I just stick with the brown sugar and limit how much sorrel you drink. Just getting this bag of sugar open for you guys. And guys, one thing I realized is, man, sorrel takes a lot of sugar to sweeten. Guys, I don't understand it, and we have to be, and that is why you have to do, it is meant to be consumed like a wine. When they said sorrel wine, they were not joking. Really guys, we shouldn't be drinking like a whole tumbler full of sorrel morning, noon and night. It is really meant, if you see how much sugar it takes to bring it to taste, because sorrel in itself is a sour, has a sour taste to it. If you just, like if you were supposed to taste it without sweetening it, it tastes kind of sour. And these bottles, while I'm at it, these bottles I got at the dollar store. But that's not true, not quite the dollar store. It's the Walmart. Because I did not want to join the COVID lines at some stores, and Walmart was the best place for me to go. So I got these. These are 2-quart bottles. It says they're BPA free. I just washed them out with soap and water, and that's what I will bottle them in. And once I bottle them, they become gifts. Guys, this is what I don't know how many of you remember when you were growing up. you had different, you'd go, your mother used to send you, go down to so and so with this, and in the bag you used to have a piece of cake and so like a bottle of sorrel. That time we used to put the sorrel in red label wine bottle, empty red label wine bottle or rum bottle. You remember they used to collect those glass bottles and then you fill them up with sorrel. And when you come back home on your table, you have sorrel from Miss So and sorrel from down so and so, right? Sorrel from everywhere. So guys, this is still a good, no matter where in the world you are, it makes a good Christmas gift. Even if you're going to like staff get together, and I know now in COVID those might be limited, but back in the day when they would have Christmas get together, it would be a great thing, a great item to take with you. Alright, then we're just gonna sweeten to taste. And before I go away and tell you, you know, show you the finished product, I just wanted to know when you're finished, you keep tasting, you're tasting to your desire, if you want it a little sweeter, not too sweet, or if the ginger in here doesn't taste very gingery, for lack of a better word, what you can do at this point is go blend some ginger. Put a piece of ginger in your bullet or your blender with some water, blend it out, strain it, and you can add it. And those are the ways to tweak your dessert, tweak your finished product. Or if it's an adult only drink, you can add your alcohol. You can add your rum, you know, whatever, wine. Some people might add red label wine or your white rum, whichever. That's just left to you. Okay guys, they're all bottled, and here I've dressed them up with handmade gift tags, and these gift tags have little crochet dog paws on them, right? They're ready to do whatever you want to do with them. The tags are available from my website at www.crochetbydaisy.com, and you'll see it floating around right here. But guys, do it, give it a shot, do it at home, enjoy yourself, enjoy your family at this time of the year. Not even, we have had a rough year, but there's still some type of fun you can find in our culture. Again, sorrel to the world. Enjoy. Happy holidays to you. Bye-bye.